I got to meet James Earl Jones. I was just like, Mufasa.
Why are you cosplaying as Ariel, and why are you
So Ariel is like my favorite character in the world ever since I was a little kid. I always related to her spirit, her kind of rebellion. We're both collectors, that's always a big thing. I kind of feel like she's a great example for like the LGBT community, because there's something about, you know, like knowing who you are, but you're not like where you're supposed to be in life. I always had issues, like not issues with my dad, but like me and my dad my dad never understood me. We're fine now, we're cool. That movie kind of like made me relate to her situation, because it's not really Ariel's lesson to learn, it's the father's story. And I think that my dad grew from that, like, yeah. Oh yeah, so tell me about the character you're cosplaying as, because I don't know anything about video games other than Tetris.
Corvo is he in this world where it's kind of like steampunk and whaler tale kind of thing. He was the Lord Protector of the Queen, and there was a interesting assassination attempt on the Queen, and I say attempt, but it succeeded. And so they managed to blame it on him. And he's like fugitive or whatever, but he's trying to like get revenge and be like, it wasn't me, and also save the Queen's daughter, who, I don't know, spoiler alert, you find out that the Lord Protector and the Queen had a little thing, so it's actually his daughter. It's just a revenge story, assassinations, and a really good stealth game. So
like O.J. Simpson.
I don't know about that.
Oh, okay.
The jacket.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to paint all that?
It usually takes me like a week, just because I work. I used to just do these like in one day and then be like, okay, it's done. Like, I never have to do this ever again. And then I made it a business on Etsy, so I now have to make these like all the time.
Yeah, make that cash. What kind of paint do you use? Actually, it's more like the question I'm going for.
Like a mix of fabric paints you can get like at Blick, but then like Michael's like acrylic paint that like you give to your kids to like finger paint with.
The little like squeezy bottle like that are like 50 cents each.
Not
around
50 cents, because those always come out terrible. It's always like kind of weird, because like I feel like the Tin Man, like I can't like actually move that much, and then I have to like warn my clients. I'm like, hey, so do not dry clean this, do not wash this. You need to like use dish soap in the pits and down the spine. And then they're like, why? I'm like,
you're not gonna move.
You're wearing plastic.
I also really love the little touch of the fork necklace, actually.
Yeah.
Dingle hopper.
Yeah, I got this like at some random, I think I got the Brooklyn Flea or something. I was like, well, I need this because Little Mermaid's my life. I don't know if you can tell that. Yeah, so how did you make this?
The night with some wine and some wires around my face, and just framing it out. A lot of sculpting with Sculpey and modeling clay, and then a lot of painting and a lot of glue, and a lot of just like making sure it still fit on my face. My second version is made out of like a lighter clay, which was a lot nicer when I wore it to a con. I also didn't completely block out my eyesight in my second one, so, but this one I only can see through one eye.
Fantastic. How do you feel when cosplaying?
It really depends on who I am that day. With Corvo and my mask on, it's just kind of like I get to be creepy, and I get to just like be a little stalkerish. If I'm like Sheena from Tales of Symphonia, and she's like this female ninja, kind of like a little more exposed, like it's awesome. And then I'm like, oh, I feel like really good in my body and things like that. Every now and then it's like a little weird because like, you know,
whenever I'm one of the Disney princesses, depending on who it is, once like I'm in my makeup and wig, like not even costume, I kind of just like start looking in the mirror, and I like, if I'm Ariel, I'm like,
yeah,
and if I'm Snowy, I'm like literally it just like makes me feel weirdly different, and then like I become like nicer than I actually am to people. And then I start talking, like people come up to me at cons, I'm like, hello, it's so nice to see you, are you having a wonderful day today? Oh my goodness. A lot of people, there's like this whole like thing, like princess cosplayers like are very fake people, and it's like, yes, you're like kind of representing like the nicest girls in schools, so you kind of like have to put on that show. A lot of people think that's kind of bullshit, but like it kind of is true.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I just naturally end up that way.
It's kind of the difference between just wearing a costume and cosplaying. What part of your costume are you most proud of?
I am really proud like that people appreciate my blazers just because it is such a random thing. The fact that Hot Topic had this t-shirt like was for a man is like a freaking Christmas miracle because there's no guy stuff for princesses because there's this weird thing. Like if you get like a boy something at Disney, it's like got like Mickey or Mouse on it, and I don't want that. I want princesses.
Yeah.
Do you have any tattoos?
I do not.
Okay. I have 3.
Oh, yeah.
I have Ariel right here, a famous drag queen. A famous drag queen, Roxy Andrews, has the same one as me apparently now. I'm like, oh great. There's like, I went to like 7 different Disney other tattoos I almost got. Like I almost got the evil queen tattoo right here. Like who am I?
What is the coolest celebrity encounter you have had?
I'll do my favorite con one because it's not cool, but it's kind of just hilarious. I had to go get my makeup. I was doing Poison Ivy that day. And I'm not someone who like goes on, I do not go on the subway in cosplay. I do not wear a cosplay like out in public. People are like looking at you like, what's happening? I'm like, please don't talk to me. Like just this particular event, I was doing my makeup for Poison Ivy in the bathroom, back to that. And this guy's in the urinal. He's like asking me questions while he's taking a piss, and he's like, so how long did it take you to like get all that on? Like, and he's like telling me about his like green makeup experience. I'm like, why are you talking to me? And then he goes to wash his hands. He's right next to me, and I look. I'm like, oh crap, that's Jason David Frank from Power Rangers.
Oh my god.
So there's that, and I got to meet James Earl Jones like 5 years ago, and he was very nice, and it was really cool because I was just like, yeah. How about you?
I was at PAX East in Boston, and I was really into the competitive scene of Magic the Gathering at the time, so I was playing a lot of Magic when I was at PAX that year. Wizards had like celebrities and like icons, like I don't know if you've heard of Jonathan Colton. He wrote the song for Portal 2. He just does a lot of like nerd music. So I got to play Magic with him, and it was funny because he has songs about like zombies and this like creepy doll song in terms of just being like, oh, it's a creepy doll from a horror movie kind of spoof. He's like, it's like not like, it's like if Weird Al was more folky and indie. That's essentially like the kind of music that Jonathan Colton does. But it was great because the deck he was playing against me was themed around his songs. It was a good time playing Magic the Gathering with Jonathan Colton.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I don't know who he is, but that sounds fun for people who know who he is.
Better accessory to have, Cinderella's glass slippers or Ursula's shell necklace?
Oh, glass slippers.
I like the shell necklace.
Yeah, but I'm not evil. Well, I am, but I'm a princess. You walk by a phone booth and see Superman trapped inside naked. Do you help him or keep moving? Help him how?
I mean, there's lots of ways to answer this question.
If my mom watches this, I'm not going to say how I would help him, but...
Help!
Hey.
Who wins in a Power Ranger showdown? Tommy as White Ranger or Tommy as Green Ranger?
Kimberly.
White Tiger.
She never liked Tommy. So.
I mean...
Who is more likely to be down on their luck in Vegas? Okay. I don't even know who that other person... I knew who Gambit was, but okay. Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Same. Pokemon or Digimon?
Pokemon.
Same. No, Digimon. Sorry. Wonderland or Neverland?
Neverland, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Wonderland just seems like exhausting. It's like... I'd rather go to Neverland and like fight pirates and talk to mermaids, and Peter Pan's like the shit. So
Peter Pan.
Batman or Superman?
Batman.
Yep.
Great. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad we got that. Is that rapid fire enough for everyone?
Shag, marry, kill. Frodo, Meowth, Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Can I kill all of them? I mean, I guess I'll marry Quasimodo because I don't know what a Frodo is.
Frodo.
And Meowth is more annoying than Mariah Carey. Like, they sound the same anyway, so I guess then just kill those first two. Who is Frodo?
Frodo is from Lord of the Rings.
I don't know her, so just kill them both, and then give me one of the Hemsworths. I'll shag them.
Yeah, I'd probably kill Meowth. I'd probably marry the Hunchback, and then I'd shag Frodo, I guess. I mean, he's got the one ring.
Oh, is that Elijah Wood?
Yeah, it's Elijah Wood. But
still kill him. Okay.
Awesome. Let's try that again. There we go.
Okay. Meeting Caroline was very refreshing because it's nice to have someone else's perspective on cosplay, to talk about that, someone who's not in the community of drama and all that, because I know a lot of people in that community, someone who's not in my world of fandoms, because she's very specific in their video games, it seems, and it's really nice to listen to like someone else's perspective and how different it is for them and the stories that they have to tell.
It was really nice and awesome meeting Chris today. I have a few friends that do Disney bound, but it's really nice to see someone and meet someone who's like really deep into it, and I really enjoy his passion for Disney.
Caroline probably thought I was insane, because I am, and I'm sure that she thinks that, but I'm sure she also thought that I was very pretty.
I think when I first met Chris, he might have thought maybe I was like just hardcore video games, wouldn't talk about anything related to Disney, and I was just a little tomboyish. But in the end, it was a good conversation, and I think we had a good back and forth, and he was really receptive to what I had to say about my character.
I'm Chris, and this is Cosplayers Getting Coffee.
I'm Caroline, and this is Cosplayers Getting Coffee.
And I'd like to thank Michaels and Blick.